myself Niharika Karangi. I am part of the Administration Development of Haladhari Technologies Pvt Ltd. This evening we will start our KV Dialogue 9 by welcoming all our moderators, panelists and all the participants. KV Dialogue is conducted by Haladhari Technologies Pvt Ltd and is founded by Sri Lakshman Kanikanti. Let's take this opportunity to introduce our moderator, Dr. Kishore sir. During past 8 dialogues connected us to industry leaders and scholars in various domains to speak on agriculture-related topics, including various innovations such as IoT, UAV, UGV, and space. Today, one of the panelists is Vishwatesh sir, Assistant Professor, who is from Agri Extension and based out of Regional Agriculture Research Station from Warangal. And our other panelist is Sri Satyanarayana Raman sir, co-founder and CEO, A Enterprises and Foods, Millet Mods Venture and LLP. Thoughtfully, we are welcoming both of our panelists. We will start our session from Dr. Kishore sir. We will continue this session.
Thank you very much, Niharika. So let me continue with this slide on the screen. We are part of, the team name is called KhetiValah. We are part of Haladhari Technologies Pvt Ltd. And we are passionate about the agriculture industry globally, and particularly the farmer and their life. We want to help the farmer in doing their job, and whole world is now looking at like G20, India's success in space, and also possibility to fill the gap of the crisis, the food crisis emerging due to international conflicts like Ukraine, Russia. So this is a very important subject. Very few IITs teach agri-tech as a part of their syllabus, but very soon there will be a sea change. Apart from agriculture universities, the frontline engineering streams will start looking at engineering aspects of agriculture. So what we do is we connect the farmers with whom we call as Niveshak. It's a Sanskrit word. And the KhetiValah will be connected to the microfinance people who are having love and affection towards the farmer. They have a sense of gratitude that they bring food on the table. And since we are thinking about farmers, we need knowledge about agri. We do knowledge sharing platform. We have a website and a YouTube channel and also a magazine that we publish. We talk about more details later. So we also provide market linkage and sales assistance to the farmers. And how we accomplish our task is we have several initiatives. As I already mentioned about a magazine, we also have Kheti Kosha, which is like optimize the utilization of land. KhetiValah research finds that India has 149.9 million hectares of cultivable land, and how much of that is effectively cultivated is the opportunity that we want to look at in Kheti Kosha. And we conduct Kheti Dialogue. This is the 9th instance. Every Friday or alternately we do it. And we also do Anusandhan, where we meet people face to face. And we conduct some Kheti Utsav. One of them was recently in the University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad. We conducted a get-together between farmers and Niveshaks and other leaders from the university and industry, including Indian ISRO scientists and chairperson retired Sri S. Kiran Kumar sir. And we look at the role played by Mandal Kendras. We want to establish some Mandal Kendras, and we do Kheti Kalyan, that is a welfare initiatives like getting some farmers some kind of a pocket money so that they are able to meet their financial requirements, so that we want to avoid or completely stop any of the suicides that farmers are known to be going through. So Kheti Anusandhan is some experts we want to connect with and establish some new avenues for their practices. And so we develop some crop improvement techniques and pass on the results to them from time to time so that they utilize that knowledge. And we integrate the technology also in our platform. Ours is a digital platform As you know, G20, we were leaders in digitizing everything. Even agriculture can also be a good subject matter for digitization. So we have a Keti Kalyan event, as I mentioned about it. Dialogues we are doing already. And this is about me. So I've been in the industry for the past 30 years plus, primarily Air Force officer, and then into telecom industry. And I'm passionate about millets, as Parthasarathi inspired me to look at this. And we have one of the speakers, Satya, who is also associated with Sri Parthasarathi. And I'm currently using drones for agriculture purposes. I'm director for a drone academy. I have a flying credentials and certified by Directorate General of Civil Aviation. I have a patent, and I am also a contributor to Bureau of Indian Standards for Agriculture Standard, which is maintained by Government of India in Manak database. And we have Kendra. I mentioned about Mandal Kendras. We would establish a few Mandal Kendras to facilitate quicker dialogue and advice to the professional farming community, provide also financial aid, and provide seeds and pesticides to farmers. We have the magazine, as you could see, one of the magazines we printed, concept of Japanese Ikigai. And we have a YouTube channel, which you could actually, it will be a rich channel of repository of all the discussions we have been doing. And it will be a good source of research for the agri-scientists. KhetiValah is, we want to simplify the process of sale. In fact, KhetiValah is an Android app, and I took about less than a minute to install it on the phone. And you also can install it where you can see the farmers and the Veshaks, and also those who would like to work in short-term basis in some agri field, and that is considered like a white-collar job going forward. So Keti Kosha Agri Land Bank, I mentioned about it. And so we would like to optimize your effective utilization of the land, which is currently underutilized. These are the great stalwarts with whom God blessed me with the opportunity to connect with them. And today we are going to add 2 more stalwarts to this list of great personalities who are a rich source of knowledge and expertise on agriculture industry. And so this is to unveil, we want to do dialogues in all possible languages, to start with, apart from English, Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, and also want to expand to other languages like Japanese and Korean as well. We would like to launch an exclusive website to deal with all the dialogues and the discussions. Want to make some pure agri talks in the WhatsApp communities, so that there is a community of practitioners and there will be interesting opportunity to exchange views. So today we are fortunate to have Sri Satyanarayana, who is the co-founder and CEO and WA Enterprises and Foods. It's a MOM made by Ma. And we have detailed profile about him. And at the outset, what we mentioned in this visual, he represents like brands to homes and also Millet Mart Ventures LLP. And so the first speaker, co-founder, CEO of WA Enterprises and Foods, and MBM made by Ma, and brands2homes.com, and also Millet Ventures. He is representing the CXO roles of these 3 organizations. He is an IT professional who ventured into millets 10 years back, and many gluten-free millet products, with his vast experience in capability maturity model level 5 of Carnegie Mellon, and he developed a technique of quality maturity model for the agriculture global value chain, for which there is a patent. And he wants to use artificial intelligence assaying process for millet, which can suggest a suitable value-added product based on the quality parameters, and also gives a standardized method from farm to pallet for international market. And a member of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, International Millet Mission and Technology Group Steering Committee of All India Council of Robotics and Automation. Being a member of IEEE senior leadership, I'm happy to know that the speaker who speaks agriculture is coming from a very rich technical background.
Thank you very much, Flight Lieutenant A.T. Kishore, sir. Okay, I'm Satya, and the moderator has given a brief introduction. So, just on a 30 seconds intro, see, I'm a technologist who ventured into agri-tech and working in agri-tech, developing solutions for agri-tech and selling the solutions last 7 years. Before that, I worked for top consulting companies in technology delivery like Accenture, Wipro, and Vertusa. That's my intro. So the topic is modernization of agriculture, and I'm going to talk about a project which currently I'm working in Dubai. Okay, on using the technology latest solutions which I have invented in the last 7 years. Okay, and this is the implementation. My first implementation in the overseas. I've been giving solutions to many state government and central government projects in India, including the smart tribal farming, which I was working jointly with Professor Moni, who has been a panelist already in this team. And this is my first overseas project, which I want to talk to you to make you all aware of how the overseas countries is making use of technologies and solutions which are from India. Okay, so this is the one. See, I'll quickly give a brief introduction about the company which I recently formed in Dubai, and what is the solution which you are giving to the customer in Dubai. See, this is A Millet Foods and Enterprises Pvt Ltd. I am one of the grant from Indian Institute of Millet Research, Hyderabad, for one of the solution which I have. And the vision is to help farmers to increase yield and profit. Okay, increase quality and credibility of the value-added food products which are developed in India and to get into the global market. So the mission is to implement all the latest technologies which can help farmers. Okay, not just the current technology, but even the future technologies. The technology which I have implemented is in par with Industry 4.0 standards for the agriculture industry. Okay, and then the mission is to set up state-of-art maturity models and processing units, because why? See, a farmer can reap a better benefit and better profit is to make value-added products directly. A farmer can become an entrepreneur, and for that, okay, I work with various top corporates on their CSR projects where the processing and the value-added units are set up at the farm so that they help farmers to turn into entrepreneurs, and then I take those products, okay, and I set up the global market in the Gulf and Africa. So develop traceability for that. I have technologies implemented at the farm to fork through my blockchain-based algorithms and ledgers. So these are the three technologies which I work on. The first one is a precision agriculture, is for increasing the yield and profitability of the farmer. MME Food Trust is to increase the quality and shelf life. And Global Agri Value Chain is to increase the credibility of the value-added food products which are developed from India by giving a farm-to-fork traceability. So now I'm going to talk more on the precision agriculture farming. My partner, Parthasarthi sir, has touched upon this topic at a high level a couple of weeks back. Now I'm going to tell more on how I am implementing this in Dubai and what is the profitability that a farmer in Dubai makes by implementing this particular technology. So if you see our value proposition, see our 3 patented processes applicable to from any, it is not just for millet or tomato. This concept is applicable for any agriculture produce in the farm. It assures a minimum 4x yield for farms through proven models and practices. This is, if anyone wants to see that, you can reach out to me in person, offline. I will show how this technology is being implemented live in different farms in Tamil Nadu and Coimbatore. And see, this enable. See, I am a member of MOIAT, Ministry of Industry and Advanced Technology, the Federal Metrology Department for the government of UAE. Okay, and this process, when we put across any processing industry, this QMM Food Trust and GAVC, it enables the processing industry to get an ITTI assessment score of 4 or 5 out of 5. ITTI is Industry Technology Transformation Index, where the government of UAE is looking for all the products which are either manufactured in-house, or when the products are imported into UAE from outside, they expect the processing industry to have an ITTA score of at least 4 or 5 out of 5, because they want those manufacturing industries to be in par with Industry 4.0 standards. So my technology helps them to be in par with Industry 4.0, not just Industry 4.0. I am also doing research in Industry 5.0. Okay, so that is the future of the agriculture for the next at least 20 years. Okay, so these technologies help the industries, the processing industries, to meet the in par with overseas countries' expectations on the products which are produced from India. So my innovation here is artificial intelligence and IoT-based sensors and automation applied in farms to improve yield. I'm going to show you right away, or in this session, the functional design as well as the physical design of the farm and the software. Is how the software and the farms are working hand in hand. So CMM level 5 AI standards are used in technology adoption. So CMM capability maturity model, many people think that it is only applicable for software. No, it is applicable for any industry capability model. So I have mapped whatever I have studied or learned in technology, in industry, back into agriculture space. So this is the blockchain which I have said for farm to fork. See, these are our services. We set up QMM Food Trust at processing units. That is the first thing. And so far, I'm set up around 35 processing units in India, and forward linkage of value-added products into the global market. The first thing, main important thing is I help in implementing precision farming for increased yield. So I'm working on 2 projects in India and 1 project in Dubai. There are inquiries from Qatar, Oman, Italy, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Okay, and I've got the request for proposals from them. So after they have seen the success from India in some of the farms, so everybody has, our moderator said, everyone wants to increase yield, self-sufficient, increase yield, increase profitability, and make their country, okay, self-sustainable. So that's what every country is required. And the technologies which are developed from India are being used to go overseas and help other countries in this area. So see, the USP which I have is the reuse of our existing software data models which I have developed on the AI algorithms, so that the farmer don't have to invest on software. So my entire model, I'm giving them as software as a service model, so that the development cost is approximately 8 million AED or 18 crores INR. So they can use my platform for implementing this in their farm. They don't want to develop. So I have the solution for them. And it is a proven solution. They can see this working in a lot of farms in India. And our custom design and development, we provide this solution. It is not a fixed product or something which others have to adopt. I go visit the farm and then see what technology is required for their farm and do the design in the VLSI PCB, printed circuit board. Right from the VLSI design till development of sensors and development of technology equipment for the farm, I customize it and we give it to the farms as per their requirement and as per their existency. So this is the proposal which is prepared for Dubai, which I am working on. Okay, it is for applying technology to improve 50 acres of land in UAE. So they are developing tomatoes to do a pilot and identifying the cost of pilot project with a detailed breakup, identify various revenue models and calculate profitability for 5 years, what cost can be reduced when they partner with us in the pilot stage. So these are the SWOT analysis for this one. Reuse of our software for data models and AI prediction algorithm. Our APIs use geospatial data for identifying the presence of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, so that farmer don't have to set up a local weather station. Okay, so through our sensors goes to cloud. I will show you how the software technology works. And this is a custom design and development as per the farm's requirement. So first time implementation in UAE. Okay, so that hopefully, so because of the weather conditions, I have taken decision to go there and prove our technology there. And opportunities is this can be proposed to various governments and evolve a new business model once the pilot is successful. So other competitors may come, okay, in future. Okay, so that is the threat here. See, go to market. The one which I have given, what I am doing currently is the 50 acres of land. I have taken 2 acres as a pilot, and currently I am in the step 2 part. So the design phase is over. The farm visit, conducting the soil test, and arrive at the soil flow rate. See, the air water balance is very important for any plant to grow effectively. If the soil is too rigid, okay, then the water doesn't pass through, and the soil is too loose also, then the water goes down, it doesn't stay. So for the plant to grow, the roots to develop, the air-water balance is required, and for that, the soil has to be tested to arrive at the soil flow rate. So it has to be tested in person only. Currently, we don't have a data of the flow rate for various soils. And then see, I have already designed and developed the technology as per the farm design, which I'm going to show you in the next upcoming slides. When we have delivered the technology, now the implementation phase is in progress. So once the expectation is the pilot is successful there, then we will go to the step 3, where we will start implementing this in all the 50 acres for a period of 5 years. That is the plan. Currently, the number of cycles tomatoes for in UAE is only 1 cycle. Okay, they during December, January, February, and we are doing hydroponics also, so that we are doing 3 cycles a year for tomatoes in Dubai. See, this is the precision farm design layout. See, this is the pond or a storage tank, and then there is a pump, and then you have the main line which is going. And then from the main line, we take subline, and then these are called laterals. The laterals which get into the farm. Then there is a connecting subline which connects all the laterals, so that the flow of water is uniform. If you see E1, they are emitters. Emitter I call, some people call a sprinkler. The emitters are required to control or for sprinkling the water, for emitting the water. And as per the technology, the laterals are to be placed at a distance of 5 feet each, and the emitters are to be placed at a distance of 30 centimeter or 1 feet. So this is the layout which we have designed based on the requirement of that particular type of soil in UAE for growing tomatoes. See, this is the design spec. Okay, once we identify main source of water, pond or tank or reservoir, we identify the main line, then make a subline towards the area identified. See, the flow rate is very important, and the flow rate of the flow rate is controlled. The T1s are the technology sensors which we have developed. For each emitter, there is a technology sensor which controls the flow rate and also the NPK values which needs to be given to the soil. And this NPK is based on the prescription which is automatically identified by monitoring. If you see this one, see, for example, here. Okay, so I'm just showing the technology part here, software technology. See, the main thing which controls the growth of a plant, which is ideal for any plant, is the carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. They are the primary. See, if you see, carbon is 45% nutrient which is required for the plant. Oxygen is 45%. So this itself is 90, and hydrogen is 6. All the three are nature. Okay, the nature gives. The remaining things are what is there in the soil. So what we do is, if any plant, okay, any type of crop, so this is the ideal percentage of the nutrients, the primary, secondary, and micronutrients, which is required for the successful and healthy growth of the plant, so that the products which comes out of the plant are healthy. So what is required is this: the technology is, using technology, we are able to measure these based on the sensors. Okay, see, if I go to the previous slide, so this T1 is the technology sensor, T2 is the technology sensor pertaining to around, say, 5 square feet of the soil. So we are tracking in the, see, if this is 1 acre, if each is 30 feet, okay, if I divided 1 acre, if I identify the number of laterals which are required, see, it is going to be 8712 feet, okay, because 1 acre of land is roughly about 43,560 square feet. So if I divide by 5, then 8712 feet is required. So these are the number of emitters and the sensors which are required. So to know what is the flow rate of that particular soil, and to measure and control continuously, so this many number of sensors has to be put in the pilot stage. So then only we will know for that particular soil what is going to be the flow rate and what is going to be the ideal NPK which needs to be injected into the soil, so that the plant has to grow, the products are healthy and bigger in size, so that the yield is multiplied. So this is the basic concept of this entire technology, and the science behind the entire concept of photosynthesis. And this is how our technology is helping to control the photosynthesis of the crop, thereby increasing the yield. So we have the sensor monitor, which monitors all those values, nutrient values. And then, so the sensor, it goes to through IoT, it goes to our private cloud, and our private cloud has got our own user-defined APIs, which interact with the IBM geospatial data, so that they continuously monitor what is the real nutrient value of that particular land in India or anywhere in the world. So once we know that, when these values start deviating, then the system has data models which automatically prescribes what is the required flow rate, and the NPK, which is nitrogen, nitrate, ammonium, and P, phosphorus, dihydrogen phosphate and phosphate, and K is potassium, which is kalium. Okay, NPK, which is required to give it to inject into the soil, so that the nutrients are back to normal, back to the ideal values. So this is what the entire technology does, and by doing so, the yield has been proven and it has been increased. I'll show you one number. What is the actual yield which we have seen in Tamil Nadu in India? Yield per farm before implementation used to be 2.5 metric ton to 9 metric ton when we did modeling of 13 tomato farms in Tamil Nadu recently. After implementing this particular technology, the yield has improved from 245 metric tons to 84 metric tons. If you see, there's a significant, if you take the maximum, what is happening before implementation, it's 9 metric ton. The maximum which is having after implementation is 84 metric ton, and minimum is 45 metric ton. That means the tomato has shown an increase of 5x times, okay, in Tamil Nadu, in India. And that is why this technology has been accepted across the globe. And every country wants to implement this technology there in their country. And if you see, the cost for implementing this technology per acre, okay, that is the initial cost, where we need to have 8712 sensors and 8712 emitters with these laterals placed between 5 feet apart, and conducting the making this subline and connecting subline and for making all these storage areas. Okay, so the initial investment per acre is going to be 7.5 lakhs INR, okay, per acre. Whereas once we know the soil, what is the flow rate and NPK and ideal based on the conditions, then when we wanted to expand this to the remaining 50 acres, or it can be expanded up to 200 acres, then the cost of technology, it has to be continuously monitored. Per acre will come down to 50,000 when we go to implementation. So when this math is put for the project which I am doing in Dubai, a farmer in Dubai makes an additional profit of 187 million AED, which is 412 crores INR more. This is 412 crores INR is the additional profit which a farmer gets by implementing this technology in 50 acres of land for growing tomatoes. Okay. Whereas the initial investment is only going to be maximum for a year with technology and other things. Everything is not more than 50 lakhs INR. Just by investing 50 lakhs INR for the first 1 year to see the trials for 3 cycles, a farmer will get an additional profit of 412 crores. If we implement this in India, I'm sure with the amount of cultivable land, India will be the richest superpower on the food agriculture in the next 2 to 3 years. This is not just for open farming. We also have the similar technology for hydroponics, because if the climate is very extremely difficult, we can still grow tomatoes in the desert through hydroponics. So what we measure is all these 19 parameters, including water, electricity current, water oxidation reduction process, water dissolved oxygen, all these things our sensor measures, and the nutrient solution reservoir which takes water and then without soil. This is an example of hydroponics without soil, where the nutrient which is required for that, our sensor continuously monitor the nutrient, okay, which the plant absorbs. See, when the nutrient goes, when it comes back to the reservoir, then the nutrients level should come down. Then only it has been absorbed by the plant and the plant is healthy. If it is not, then there is some problem in any of these variations, so that we again measure all these things and then control by injecting the necessary nutrients back into the nutrient solution reservoir. So this similar technology is used even for hydroponics as well, and it has been proven. And we have demo farms available in Tamil Nadu. People can come and visit if you want to implement this in your state or in your country. So, sir, I am done, sir. Okay, if there is any questions, I can take it up, yeah, because I don't want to take all my time here.
Thank you so much, sir. So this is for Satya, for the wonderful talk that you gave, Satyaraman. I feel that Satya's solution is one of the strong things that universities should advocate to entire agriculture community. And so this is a token of appreciation from our side, Satya, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
And when we meet you in person, we would like to also give you a little token of our memento and kind of a certificates like that. So with this, I really sincerely thank all the people involved in today's dialogue, and Satyaraman sir.